Imagine a place where history and horror collide, where kings and queens walked in splendor, yet ghosts linger in every shadow. This is the Tower of London, a fortress that has borne witness to 1,000 years of betrayal, treachery, and bloodshed. They say that if you listen closely, you can almost hear the whispers of those who met their fate within its walls. Some believe it's one of the most haunted places on earth. If you're ready to uncover its secrets, grab your coffee, grab your snacks, any beverage of choice. Welcome to the Shadows of Time, where we step back into history's darker corners. Today, we explore one of England's most notorious landmarks, the Tower of London. It may look like just another ancient castle, but behind those stone walls are tales of deceit, imprisonment, and spirits that refuse to rest. A little bit of a historical background so that we can understand the spirits within the walls. Our story begins in 1066 with William the Conqueror. After defeating King Harold at the Battle of Hastings, William needed a stronghold to establish his rule. The Tower of London was his answer. He built the White Tower to dominate the skyline, towering over the city as a symbol of Norman power. Its thick stone walls and narrow windows were designed not only for defense, but to strike fear into the hearts of Londoners. The White Tower was not merely a residence. It was a warning, a reminder that William was here to stay. Over the centuries, the tower grew into a sprawling fortress. Henry III added luxurious royal apartments and a chapel, transforming it from a bleak stronghold into a majestic palace. By the time Edward I fortified it with multiple walls, and the Beauchamp Tower and the fortress had become impenetrable, layered with defenses to withstand any siege. The tower also held some of the world's most exotic creatures, a spectacle that awed medieval Londoners. There were lions, leopards, even an elephant. Gifts from distant lands turned the tower into an unlikely zoo. Imagine the shock of the townsfolk seeing these wild beasts so close to home. It's said that a polar bear was even allowed to fish in the river Thames, or Thames. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I apologize. But this polar bear was tethered by a long chain. Yet, along its grandeur, the tower became a place of dread. Its walls contained not only treasures, but also enemies of the crown. Traitor's Gate, a grim entrance for prisoners brought by boat, became the point of no return for those accused of betraying the monarchy. Once inside, many would never see the outside world again. The tower cells have held some of the most tragic figures in England's history. Anne Boleyn, wife of Henry VIII, spent her final days here. She arrived hopeful, but soon learned the fate or the false charges of treason, incest, and adultery leveled against her. Her trial was a sham, her fate sealed from the moment she stepped inside. On a dark May morning, she walked to the scaffold, met by a swordsman from France who would end her life with a single stroke. Then there was the Lady Jane Grey, the 9 Days Queen, a young woman caught in the deadly political games of her time. At just 16, Jane was manipulated into the throne, only to be imprisoned and executed when Mary I reclaimed power. Her life and death were tragic reminders of the Tower's role as a pawn in the monarchy's ruthless maneuvers. But perhaps the Tower's most enduring mystery is the tale of the Princess of the Tower. In 1483, Edward V and his youngest brother Richard were brought here under the care of their uncle Richard III. They were last seen playing in the gardens before vanishing without a trace. Did Richard III have them killed to secure his throne? Or did they escape only to live in hiding? To this day, their fate remains one of history's most enduring mysteries. The spirits of the Tower's past still linger. Anne Boleyn's ghost is often seen around the chapel where she is buried. Witnesses describe her as ethereal, gliding through the corridors, her head tucked between her arm, her face marked by a sadness that has lasted through the centuries. Many who have seen her speak of an overwhelming chill in the air, as though her sorrow remains suspended in time. Then there's the White Lady, a spectral image often seen near the White Tower. She is known for her scent of her perfume, a floral aroma that fills the room just before she appears. She wears a flowing white gown, her face obscured by a veil. Some say she waves slowly to passers-by, while others claim she reaches out as if pleading for help. Legend says she was wrongfully imprisoned, forever haunting the place where her life was taken unjustly. But not all hauntings are human spirits. In 1816, a guard encountered a bear, a ghostly apparition charging towards him in the middle of the night. He was so terrified that he reportedly died of shock shortly after. The bear is thought to be the lingering spirit from the tower's old animals trapped within the very walls that once held it captive. It's strange, chilling reminder that even animals may not find peace within these ancient stories. Finally, there are the ravens, tied to a prophecy as an old tower itself. It's said that if these birds ever leave, the tower would crumble and the kingdom would fall. To this day, a handful of ravens are kept under the watchful eye of the Raven Master. But their presence is more than just tradition. It's a living link to the tower's dark past, a reminder of superstition that still holds sway over the ancient fortress. The tower's hauntings are only part of its allure. Beneath its walls, legend speaks of hidden treasures. Some believe that relics from ancient kings lie buried within its depths. Treasures so powerful they were hidden away to keep them safe. Could there be troves of jewels, gold, or even sacred artifacts that the monarchy has kept secret for centuries? Then there's the network of tunnels that supposedly stretch beneath the tower, connecting it to hidden chambers across London. Some believe that these passageways were used by royals to escape in times of crisis, while others claimed they were routes for spies or even smugglers. In these darkest tunnels, people say you can hear faint echoes, footsteps that never seem to end, whispers that fade into the stone. Imagine what stories these hidden corridors could tell if they could only speak. And what of the curse? Some believe the tower itself is cursed, that anyone who betrays the crown within these walls is doomed to a tragic end. From Lady Jane Grey to Thomas More, the tower has been the last stop for those who dared to defy the monarchy. It is just the cold hand of politics. Or is there something more sinister? A dark force that clings to these stones, meting out punishment to the unworthy. Now today, the Tower of London remains one of the most visited attractions in England. Every year, millions come to marvel at the crown jewels, to see the site where so many lives were lost, and to feel the eerie chill that seems to seep from its walls. Guided ghost tours often offer a chance to walk the same paths where prisoners took their final steps, to hear about the specters that are said to haunt each corner. People come hoping to catch a glimpse of Anne Boleyn or to feel the cold presence of the White Lady, or perhaps even hear the unsettling call of the ravens. The tower has also captured the imaginations of filmmakers and authors, appearing in countless books, films, television shows. Its haunting reputation has made it a favorite setting for stories of intrigue, horror, and historical drama. The tower's blend of history and mystery ensures that its legends live on, inspiring new generations to explore its secrets. But beyond the tours and the stories, there's a sense that the tower is more than just a historical monument. It's a place where the past and the present collide, where the weight of history is felt in every stone. Visitors often speak of a lingering atmosphere, a heaviness that clings to the air. It's as if the tower remembers each step you take, each room you enter. You're walking in the footsteps of those who came before: prisoners, kings, queens, soldiers, and yes, even the spirits who might still be here. Even after nearly 1,000 years, the Tower of London holds a fascination that can't be easily explained. It's not just the stories or the ghosts, but something deeper, a connection to the past that's palpable. Some come here to learn, others for a thrill, but all leave with a sense that the tower has secrets it's not quite willing to reveal. As long as it stands, the tower will continue to captivate, mystify, a reminder that history is never fully in the past. The shadows of those who lived, suffered, and died within its walls seem to linger, whispering their stories to anyone who cares to listen. So there it is, the Tower of London, a place where history, mystery, and horror blend together. Its walls have witnessed the rise and fall of kings, the silent steps of prisoners, and perhaps the lingering shadows of those who never left. As long as the tower stands, its secrets and legends will continue to haunt and captivate us, drawing us back to uncover the truth, or maybe just to feel the chill in the past. So, if you've enjoyed this journey into the shadows of time and into the legends of the Tower of London, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay updated. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. What mysteries do you think lie hidden within its walls?